Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Bay. Thank you for stopping by the collection room. Today I'm taking a look at, well, 80s Ninja Girl books. I've got a few different ones here. We've got Whisper, a couple from Shuriken, and then Eternity Comics Ninja, just the regular book Ninja. And let's kind of, I'm going to have to check dates on these because these are all I'm going to assume all 80s, but they're also all different eras here. This is Eternity Comics ~1. This is Shuriken Team Up. And I have had, some of these I've been impressed with. Some of these I have not when I look at them. $1.95 cover for 1988. That's pricey, especially when this is your opening page and panel. That's not a very well rendered plane at all. But you can tell the art looks way better inside, and we're dipping right into manga with our art style. I don't know much about Shuriken or any of these books. I just know that ninjas in the 80s, especially post 86, were a big deal. Everybody wanted more ninjas. So, like, you could not get enough ninjas in pop culture. Tick even did a reference to this with the Night of a Million Billion Ninjas. One of my favorite Tick stories, just kind of cashing in on just like how many ninjas were everywhere, and everybody loved ninjas. And man, I remember in the 80s there was ridiculous like ninja books and stuff like that, and videos all the time, how to be a teenage ninja and all these things. Ridiculous. I should probably comment on the art style. It's not bad. It looks like primitive manga. Like, I've seen manga done like way more precisely. This looks like older, unrefined manga. Not bad. Just, it also looks hasty to me. There's almost no backgrounds in any of them. It's slapped together, and we got Delphin Barrel and Reggie Bears on the pencilers. So, and that's what it is. But you can see even in this ad for New Mutants or X Mutants that it's a lot more work and style. I prefer better done in there, but you can tell there's a lot more ink work in it, a lot more pencil work. Dinosaurs for Hire, The Liberator, Scarlet and Gaslight, The Trouble with Girls. Stuff that would eventually fall over into Malibu, but at this point, still rocking with Eternity. And this Eternity, this is just Ninja ~1. I think I've run across a few issues of this before. I don't recall reading them. 1986. This would have probably been around the same time. I mean, I don't remember the month that Ninja Turtles came out and got popular. I'm pretty sure it was 86. So right around the time the Turtles came out. I like that we have 8 panels here with no dialogue at all. It's not necessary sometimes. However, I don't like it feeling boxed into stuff like this. Now, if you are going to box us into stuff like this, it's going to make me think that we're in a very standard, boring setting, which maybe it is. Maybe that's why. And then they treat us with an amazing splash page, which looks really good. Like, that's a really good splash page. We get into larger, long panels, because I'm sure nobody cares if you're sword fighting in your backyard in the suburbs there. Yeah, if you're going to do action, then next, break it up with some weirder panels. Let us know that things aren't going according to plan. And then back into regimented panels. I don't know. I feel like they're leaning heavily on panels here. And nothing an odd shape. It's all very been square. Oh, it's still early. I'm sorry. For the yawn. The yawn is not a commentary on how boring the book feels. But I would have to say the book does feel kind of boring. Your art is not anything super flashy. We got one nice splash page. Everything feels very boxed in and quiet and calm. I don't know. I heard somebody comment once that this series was, as they put it, very boring. And I can see why, at least at a cursory glance, I could see that being the case. I like the cover, though. Not bad. On to Whisper. Whisper, oof. Oof. From First Comics, this is issue 33, so this is going to be a little bit later on. This is 1989. So we've been chucking along for a good 2 or 3 years now in this book. Oh, and we're color. Whisper is Diane Young. She used to be Alexis Devon. Great comic book names. How do we feel about the art? You know, I'm not offended by the art. It has its style to it. You know what I really don't care for is the coloring. Like, this is all very, very muted, flat, cold tones. And even though there's some color to it, like, yeah, it's all very cold tones. Muted, cold tones. Something about that. I don't care for the color palette of the book. I'm also not wild about this panel format that we're really leaning into heavy here. It's just this very formulaic. And I get it. It's supposed to be maybe a little bit cold and gritty and all that. But you're also still talking about a comic book about a ninja. So maybe we could spice it up with a little bit more fun. I don't know. I just really don't like that coloring. The art's not bad. Don't get me wrong, but just look at it. It's all browns, greens, cold blue tones, baby poop, whatever color this is. You know. Even on a warm page, slightly warmer, it still feels very subdued, muted. Not, I'm going to say not visually pleasing, which for a First comic seems ridiculous because what is First does Nexus? All his pages are fantastic, bright, colorful, amazing. This just feels, I don't know, muddy. Then we got this. This book is a little bit different size. It's smaller. This is Shuriken number 4, 1986. This was another one I picked out of a bin somewhere. Printed at Solson Publishing. So Solson was doing stuff really obscure. If you're getting Solson books, that's very independent. And let's see. We're very much into the manga style again, which I'm not mad at. It doesn't look quite as hastily thrown together as that last issue of Shuriken we were looking at. Like, somebody spent some pencil work on these. Now, it's a little, what's the word? Amateurish, maybe? Whatever going on with that. That is an amateurish face. Like, if I could draw that, that's bad. I couldn't draw all this, but obviously. But it does look a little amateurish. Not gonna lie. But it does look like they spent some time on it, and I appreciate that. At least we're getting like texturing with the backgrounds instead of blank backgrounds. They're at least doing something. It's the guys from Miami Vice, and they spent some time drawing these boys. That looks pretty good, actually. Of course, black and white. You carry your nunchucks on your boot? That's very... They must be small nunchucks. Huh. You know, looking at all of these, I kind of have to wonder, back in the day, like, were ninjas really that cool? I don't think so. I think we might have been caught up in a hype. Ninja Turtles, awesome. Regular ninjas, maybe not as interesting as we would like to believe. The only like unequivocally super cool ninja would be Snake Eyes. Everybody agrees that Snake Eyes is cool. Then again, Snake Eyes is never like drawn with big manga eyes, and Throw is stuck to his leg. So maybe that's the difference. Scimitar. She's a poet, a dreamer, and a lover. Is she? Is she really? Whip It Good, Phase 1. I'll pass. All right, well, it's the 80s. It's ninjas. I don't know what to say about it. $1.50 cover price. Some of these look, I guess, more boring than I would have expected. I guess ninja stuff, I mean, you could do it good, but maybe that's why some of these didn't take off the way that some other ninjas that we know did. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of the ninja scene of the 80s. Was it stupid? Was it worth it? Who knows? Anyway, catch you guys later. Bye.